let's talk about what just happened, because that just happened. This is the name of the episode. So, yeah, this is the companion show to the Week in Nerddom, or the Nerd News show, I guess, because this one gets syndicated as well. But if you watch the news, then after a thing comes out, we kind of stop talking about it. And I kind of wanted to do something about that, because eventually we got to have the conversation about, was it good? Was it worth it? Should they make another one? Should they continue whatever line of thought they were when they made the first one? Something along those lines. Music, comic books, movies, TV shows, whatever. Yeah, so that's why this exists. So this week in That Just Happened, the things that just happened for me. We have a ghost. Actually, technically, this one was supposed to go in the previous episode of That Just Happened, but yeah, it didn't. I don't know why. I don't know why. I had it in one set of notes, didn't get translated into the final set of notes, because I have ADD and things happen. We have a ghost starring David Harbour, Anthony Mackie, Tig Notaro, Jennifer Coolidge. I don't know who Jahi Winston. Oh, Jahi Winston, I think, was the kid. Is okay. It's not great. I don't understand. I think Netflix artificially inflates their numbers, because like it was good, but I guess to be fair, it was better than most other things on Netflix. So maybe it makes sense that it was trending for so long. But yeah, it was worth a watch. I don't know that I would invest too much time in it. Maybe put it on as background noise, but it was fun and pretty telegraphy. Like you could see when things were going to happen long before they actually did. Yeah, so that's kind of my thoughts on that. Mandalorian. All right, let's talk about this. Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 2, The Mythosaur. This was awesome. I was really digging the time machine vibes when we first got to Mandalore with the troglodytes. I don't remember what they're called in The Mandalorian, but they're troglodytes. And we got to see Grogu be awesome. We got to see some incredible creature design with the whatever the hell that little guy was that kind of looked like General Grievous, that was draining the life force or just the blood or maybe the meat bits out of Din Djarin. Yeah, just like I can't get enough of this show. Even the Book of Boba Fett, which was by comparison not as good, still, because it was related to Mandalorian, was great. So now that we're actually getting Mandalorian episodes again, I'm super excited. By the time this episode goes up, we will have episode 3 as well, so we'll have a little bit more information. So don't hate me in the comments for not knowing what happened for episode 3, because as I'm filming, actually by now episode 3 has gone up, but I'm already filming the episode, so kind of is what it is. Yeah, Mythosaur is real. That was the other thing, was holy crap. How, so like, I think Jon Favreau is a far better storyteller than even George Lucas. With George Lucas's toys, Jon Favreau is telling us a story that is just that much better. How freaking perfect was it that when she jumped in, oh no, and I'm gonna, Bo-Katan, there we go. How freaking perfect was it that when Bo-Katan jumped in the water, in order to find Din Djarin, she had to turn off her light to see him. But in so doing, she swam right past the Mythosaur, or Mythosaur, I don't know. Soar? Is it Soar or Sar? Tell me in the comments. So the Mythosaur, she swam right past him, had no idea because she didn't have her light on. And then when she came back up and you see that giant eyeball and the tusk and the... I can't wait for this season to play out. It's going to be so awesome. That's what just happened there. Last of Us finally came to an end. Let's talk about storytelling issues with The Last of Us. I think The Last of Us is great. I, though, also think that it's vignettes. So you got every couple of episodes, save for episode 3, because episode 3 kind of just existed unto itself. saw the conclusion of the major conflict. So people are giving me grief because I'm saying that that The Walking Dead was a better way to tell a similar story. And this is my prime example, is each of those mini stories that came to a conclusion. So Joel and Ellie coming together and setting out on their journey. And then even the subplot with, I can't even remember the guy's names now, Frank? Even the Frank subplot could have been tied into that a little bit more intricately and then stretched out for a little while. So that would be a season. And then you have the next season with the Enclave, and you come to the Enclave and you see this unique set of problems and how Joel is going to overcome this unique set of problems. So that's one season. And then you get another season of finally getting to Wyoming where Tommy is, and then going through the issues with those people. Maybe you bring the Tommy season in with the religious community. The David, I believe, was the leader of that one that was the cannibal, that guy. Maybe those two become a season together, and then you get the final season. So what are we looking at? 4 seasons just from the subplots of this first season. You could have made 4 proper length, I mean, like proper by modern standards, so like 8 episodes, maybe 6 episodes, but try and get to 8. Don't give us just filler. We learned that with Stranger Things. What was that, season 3, when we got the episode about the sister that didn't go anywhere. Don't do that. But I mean, if you can get to at least 6, preferably 8 episodes per season, you've got 4 seasons based off of the story that we got in season 1 for The Last of Us. And then you've got the makings of an incredible series, and not just a pretty good series. Yes, I know that it's outperforming the House of the Dragon show on HBO Max. It's not outperforming Game of Thrones, season 1 through 6 anyway. So it's definitely not outperforming the Walking Dead. Again, season 1 through 5 for The Walking Dead, it's not outperforming that. So like, my point is valid. You could have made this more substantial. You could have worked through those nuances. You could have made us feel something for these characters before you unceremoniously off them. Like the black dude and his deaf little brother. Like, that could have been so much more heart-wrenching if we had spent a number of episodes and not just one episode getting to know them. Right? That is my issue. That is the big issue with The Last of Us, is stretch it out. Give us more subtlety, content, nuance, the things. And then what do we got next? Oh, Nightcourt. I told you we were going to talk about Nightcourt as we got a few episodes deep. We are now, I think, episode 10 will be going up after I've filmed this, but before this episode goes up goes live. And I've watched all 9 episodes that are out as I'm filming, and it's just not going anywhere. I want it to. I want to like it. I really like John Larroquette. I honestly like these characters, but they're not going through the growing pains that you expect out of a first season. Maybe it'll be a slow starter. Maybe we'll get greenlit for a second season and then we'll see the growth in second season, but I'm just not seeing it. I want it to happen. I really, really liked the original series. I want this series to also do well. Doesn't look like it's going that direction. I honestly will be very surprised if we do actually get that second season. So there's that. And then our final piece for That Just Happened, and the final thing that we're going to talk about for this session of filming, not that it makes much difference to you because you're getting these all in piecemeal, but Megan is a movie that is now streaming on Peacock, and I finally watched it, and I want my hour-and-a-half back. That was so bad. Like, I don't know. I don't even know. it's modern horror, but it's like, I will give them this. It is at least I'm not going to say unique because it's just girl Chucky. And it's not even like a unique take on Chucky because we got the Chucky as android in the reboot with Mark Hamill voicing the doll. So like still not super unique, but they were attempting something different. Whether or not they achieved it is a different story, but they were attempting something different. So give them credit where credit was due, but not a good movie. Which really sucks because the girl from The Haunting of Hill House is a pretty good little actor. So like the fact that her character was very insufferable, just such a disappointment. I wanted it to be passable. I didn't have expectations that it was going to be a good horror movie necessarily, or a passable horror movie is all you can really want out of modern horror, and this is... It doesn't even play off of modern horror tropes like every other modern horror movie does, because I don't think there was a single jump scare. Was a single jump scare. The dog, when she brings the doll home and the dog's at the window. That was a jump scare. Every other time where they tried to do a jump scare, they telegraphed it. It was already like, oh yeah, you told me that was happening 30 seconds ago. Why should I be scared now? That just happened. Going forward, I don't think I have any real plans. Oh no, I take that back. As after, when we talk next week, I will have seen Ani DeFranco live, which is an interesting situation because I have an appreciation for Ani DeFranco. I've only listened to a handful of songs, but like very DIY, very politically different from me, which is fine. I most of the music I listen to involves people who are politically different from me, but it's art, man. I like it. It's music specifically. It's my favorite kind of art. So I'm very intrigued by that. So we will be talking about that next week. And then I don't think I have any movie plans on the horizon. Maybe Scream. Maybe, but I'm not committing to that. But either way, what just happened for you? Let's have that conversation down in the comments section, and we can, have it back and forth. Otherwise, we're going to head out. Thank you very much for joining me, nerds. We will see you next week for That Just Happened. Until then, always remember that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.